It's being aware of the self, within and without, with eyes open. That is what all other practices are leading to. Like everything we've ever done, all the mantra meditation, all the different techniques to open and clear the chakras and awaken Kundalini Shakti, to refine the mind, it all leads to being aware of the self, within and without, with eyes open. Right? That's self-realization. Now, there's an interesting phenomenon. It's been said that somebody who is self-realized could hear a talk on self-realization and might think, oh, that sounds like a great idea. That's something I should go for, right? So it seems kind of crazy, but that is actually the truth. And how can that be so? Okay, so somebody could do years of meditation, purify the panchakosha, the different layers of their being, and the veil over the self thins and thins. And they actually have super clear meditation. They have pure awareness, but they open their eyes and they're just like always. So what's happening there? It's the habitual focus on the surface of life that we've had since birth. So that habitual focus will go on even though you've done all these practices with eyes closed. So we want to break that focus. That's the first thing. And the other thing is we might have a sense of always striving. We're striving and striving for self-realization, for enlightenment. So we're always striving, we're always doing something, and just out of habit, and we don't actually just simply be. So that's another potential obstacle that can happen when you get to a point of being very clear awareness, and yet you don't actually experience the self in activity. So this practice is to break those habitual habits. Now, I should add that striving and striving is a good thing. For many years, we have to strive and strive. You know, it takes practice hours every day to purify so that we actually realize the self in this lifetime. So striving is a good thing, but at some point, it can be counterproductive. So what is the point at which it becomes counterproductive? There are two signs. And the first sign is that we have awareness during sleep. So this is something that you can't fake. You can't convince yourself that it's happening and it's not really happening. It's a very objective kind of measure that you sleep and you're aware that you're sleeping. You're witnessing you're sleeping, you're witnessing you're dreaming. Another angle on this, you might just feel like you're lying there awake. And the only way you know that you're sleeping is because you're having dreams. So you're awake. That light of pure awareness is turned on and it's not going off even though you sleep, even though you dream. Now, when you wake up and then you engage the mind in your activity, then you might not notice that light of inner awareness because you're so engaged in activity. Like I said, we're constantly focusing on the surface of life once we open our eyes. But this idea of sleep, that is something you can't mistake that. Another sign that you might notice about that time is that the mind becomes really powerful, like has laser-like focus, atomic-powered focus. That means the mind has been refined and refined and refined and brought to a very, very fine, powerful level. So that's another sign that you're very close to self-realization. And that intense focus is also something that will facilitate this eyes open practice that I'm going to teach you today. Because it is really that subtle, powerful focus that allows you to be mindful of the self within and without inactivity. So that's another aspect to this. So these two signs really happen when the Kundalini Shakti is awakened. And it's flowing through the nadis in a very even, harmonious way. That's the sort of underpinning of these two aspects, these two signs that you're ready to simply be and stop the striving. If you have these signs, then this practice is sure to consolidate your state of self-realization. It will consolidate it. It'll make it real for you so that during the day you will experience that self-realized state and you'll know it. Okay? Now, if you don't have these two signs, then is this practice any good for you? Is it going to do anything for you? Yes, it's just like any other practice. Be patient with it, do it, and it will bring results. It will bring profound results. In fact, one of the things you may notice by doing this practice regularly is that your sitting meditation profoundly changes very quickly. So it's actually quite a powerful practice in itself, even if you don't have these two signs.